you can guarantee, you can absolutely guarantee, that's better. You can guarantee a load of comments will come on first. People always beat me to it. So we've got, well, good evening, everybody, firstly. Good to see everybody on here. We've got Michael, Jeff Block, History Unearthed, the Dark Knight Detectorist. Hello to you, sir. Baludicus, Detects. Lovely to see Jackie. And Detecting Kev are all on. We've got quite a few eyes on. We've got a few on Facebook and mainly on our friends at YouTube, which is good. So how are you all doing? Is everything fine? Has it been a good weekend for people? The weather is perfectly fine at the moment, but we've had quite a bit of rain. David Taylor, hello to you, sir. And the Treasure Huntress, hello to you. The Lamb is on. Good to see you, sir. There'll be some names that I don't recognise on here, so I do apologise if I call you sir and you turn out to be a madam, or equally if I call you madam and you turn out to be a sir. Malk Sutt, good to see Malk Sutt, and also Jim Lodge. It's always a pleasure to see good people, familiar faces. We're on with about, we're jumping up to nearly 20 people now. That's good news. The more the merrier, as they say. The more the merrier. Quite a bit of content to get through this evening. As anybody, before we start, there's one or two people messaging me on social media saying they're going to be a couple of minutes late because they're probably having the tea and things, as you can understand. Has anybody been out detecting today, first and foremost? Hi to Craig, 76, Craig P, Dave Digger from Scotland, which is David Haggerty. As Detective Kev says, if you can, please just give us a thumbs up on Facebook and YouTube. I think if you give it, let me get this right, if you give it the thumbs up, it adds to the content and sort of pushes it out there more. So if anybody can go the old doof or on the like button, that would be absolutely fantastic. Digger Tyson, Digger's Den, that's Tezza. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you active on TikTok, of all places. Rob Quince, good to see you. Not many people have been detecting, apart from up to now, Detector Kev, who's found a silver ring on the beach, which is, I'm going to put that up. Detector Kev has found a silver ring on the beach. If we can get it up there. Where are we at? There we go. With the legend, which is good. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad I actually said the legend because I've got some information on the legend coming now in the next 5-10 minutes. Right, folks, just bear with me a sec. Let me get my rather messy pad that Melanie often gives me a rollicking about. Right, there we go. There we go. Who else have we got on? Digger Dan himself and Glenn Jeffrey. Good to see you, Digger Dan. Detecting Scotland's on. Glenn Jeffrey and the Lamb got a car boot site, new permission this week, but the ground is hard as concrete. A lot of people are finding that the ground is really sort of tough at the moment, aren't they? But do you know what? Here in the north, we've had a lot of rain. And I think we've had lots of rain, but periods of intense sunshine, so it seems to have dried everything up. But that'll soon change, folks. The ground will be soft soon. How's the back? Yeah, the back. We went to visit some farms today, me and Melanie, and so it's my first day driving properly today. I've been driving back and forth to the sheep in different places, but the back held up today. I did about 180 mile. So the back, fingers crossed. I took some tablets just earlier to ease off the pain a little bit. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. But it won't be long, folks. Going back to detecting, it won't be long until you're out digging in softish ground because, the year is already flying in, isn't it? You're all having a good crack, which is good. We're up to 35 people. Let me just say, with lots of content to get through. I'm not doing enough live streams, folks. I don't know whether it's just lack of time and effort or what, or just probably just out of the fact that we just don't get a chance to do these live streams enough. But let me say this, there's a lot of content to get through today. And I'm going to start now. Actually, we're 6:05, so we're 5 minutes in. The harvest has started, by the way. I don't know if anybody's waiting for your harvest to start in different parts of the country. Up here in the north and in Scotland, in parts, it's a little bit different for people because, predominantly it's pasture land. So it's just about the cattle and the sheep nibbling down the grass. But the crops are coming out. I think in Yorkshire, Lincolnshire and parts of Anglia, the pea fields are coming out already, Wiltshire possibly. So as soon as the peas start getting lifted and harvested and the vines start getting stripped, then people can start detecting after they've sprayed the peas to kill the vines. So I'll be detecting myself. Fingers crossed my back holds up in the next couple of weeks. Happy days. I can't wait to get out detecting myself. Perfect time. Right. There's a lot to get through. And I may go off on a tangent a few times, folks, so bear with me. We're up to, what we're on? 35. That's not bad. Not bad. Majority of people, of course, on YouTube watching. And YouTube, actually, while we're on the subject of YouTube, YouTube's our main social media platform. It's not, there's many reasons why YouTube works for us. And Facebook seems to be sort of, dropping down the list. I know Facebook links a lot of people in, but it's a rather toxic place, is Facebook. We seem to get a lot of negativity, not us as people, but in general, there's a lot of negativity and bad feeling, I guess, on that particular platform. So we're gently weaning ourselves away from Facebook because it's a dying platform. We're seeing massive trends on places like Instagram, YouTube, and even TikTok. On earth, they're on TikTok now, believe it or not. We're actually on TikTok live. Would you actually believe that I would have ever done a TikTok live? But this weekend I did a TikTok live. I did two. And I think it's a good platform to showcase different detecting finds for people to see. And of course, YouTube, I think YouTube's one of the best for me. I'm classed as a creator. Now, I didn't think I had a creative bone in my body, but actually YouTube's showing me differently. I'm enjoying I'm not as creative as some, but I'm actually enjoying the experience of being able to show people finds that I make personally, but also, years down the line, how to preserve finds, clean finds, identify finds, have a proper look, almost a 3D look at some of these detecting finds that we make. And I don't know if you know this. Hey, listen, I appreciate that, Tezza. I'm just going to put that up. Graham, they went really well in 2 lives. No, I'm really pleased with that because it was the first time. It was a very nerve-wracking experience doing a live on somewhere like TikTok. You've got to remember, TikTok has got the most people linked into it. There's billions of people on the planet, according to the stats, that use TikTok. Now, there's a lot of content on there that I don't agree with. A lot of content I don't agree with. However, what did you say, Mel? Mel loves it. There you go. Mel loves TikTok. And I think there's a lot of good stuff on TikTok. I link in with the detecting, the fishing, some of these sort of aerial views and things. But there's a lot of young ladies seem to be dancing around semi-naked. And
they aren't on my TikTok, so I don't know why you.
Well, they seem. Well, let's have the debate. There seems to be a lot of sort of soft porn knocking around on TikTok. Well, online. And there's a lot of idiots on live ranting about all sorts of stuff. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that. Bit of a debate going on between me and Melanie. Why I have semi-naked women on my TikTok and she doesn't, but that maybe
I have a lot of recipes.
A lot of recipes, apparently, a lot of recipes. Anyway, going back to it. Hi, Stans lad, by the way. Evening to you. Going back to it, so we did a live on TikTok, which was really. Do you know what? I thought it was really pretty good, but I couldn't understand how it properly worked. Of course. You'll be on OnlyFans next, Graham. I'm not sure about that. I don't even know what OnlyFans is. So if anybody can enlighten me what OnlyFans is, I would be happy to maybe look at.
Scantily clad women that are on there, should they be on OnlyFans?
Say that again.
The scantily clad women that are on your TikTok will be on OnlyFans.
So the scantily clad women that are on TikTok will be on OnlyFans as well. Right, so it's definitely not for me. No, I don't think I'll be on OnlyFans anytime soon, but it's an interesting one, isn't it? Use wonderful people will know actually about social media. So there's a lot of people on here that I'm reading that have got active accounts on social media. So Detector Kev, the Dark Knight Detectorist, Digger Dan, History Unearthed. There's a lot of people. Blue Dicker Detects. A lot of people like to create detecting-related content for their social media platforms. But have you noticed the amount of what a fickle world that we live in, because of the amount of people, right, that are more interested in someone doing a stupid dance, like, all this silly dancing to all this silly music, making themselves look a right idiot and getting millions of views. You show a nice hammered coin or a Roman silver coin or a brooch or something, which is really sort of interesting in itself. It's sort of, I'm not interested. I'm going to have a look at her dance. I just think the world's full of sort of, it's a very fickle place, folks. Very fickle place. It's all about tunnel vision. Anyway, so beach nuts at my age, a crotal belly softball. Yeah, I mean, it's almost sexual. I call it the great sexualization of social media. These young lasses dancing around, scantily clad. What are the parents doing? What's the mothers and fathers doing about upstairs in the bedroom? They don't know what's going on. They're stripping off their cameras, dancing all over the place on places like TikTok and well, probably all these other social media platforms. You try to put good content out there for people to enjoy at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 year old finds of great interest, historical interest. Not interested in that. Anyway, the rant's over, folks. The rant's over. Anyway, so we've got loads of people watching, which is good. Give us the like. And the lamb is right, actually. I'm going to put this up just very briefly. Pervs everywhere. Absolutely. They're tapping into these middle-aged old pillocks that just sit there watching, sit there watching sort of scantily clad women. I don't agree with it. There you go. Good evening, Graham, Melanie, somebody on Facebook. Thank you for my orders and excellent service. I'm not 100% sure who that is because I've not got a name, but there you go. And the other thing about social media as well, while I'm on, is a lot of these individuals that don't find a great deal detecting wise on YouTube get thousands of subscribers and hits for one reason only. It's just wrong, absolutely wrong. I found more in a week than these have in the lifetimes, and just crazy. Anyway, moving on, folks. It's Chris Critch. It was Chris Critch, Mel. Good to see Chris Critch on. What a legend. And Jim Lodge is right, what he says. It didn't take long for me to deviate what I was planning to say, but there you go. Anyway, so we're here. We're here. So, diary time. So if you get your pens out, it's funny because we had 45 people watching then, and it dropped to 35 people. So a lot of the dirty old men must have logged off when I called them out. Anyway, Humor Kindo, Evening Folk, sounds like Graham's on a rant. Yes, he was, and it's got to be stopped. I've got to stop. Melanie's giving me the eye. While we're on, very briefly, the legend, who's using the legend detectors? I guess there's people using them. We sell lots of them here at Unearthed, and there's going to be a big update coming very, very soon. It could be as early as tomorrow, and it's going to be the 1.08 update. I hope I've wrote that down right, which has got lots. This update's the biggest update for the legend to date. It's got lots of fantastic new features. There's going to be a new multi-frequency, multi-3 mode. Mute function. It's going to be the mute function, so the people that like the mute function, it's going to have that on. It's going to be Digger Dan saying he's got the legend. It's going to this new update is going to be something else. Audio boost, audio gain boost. It's going to have. I think it's going to have new park and field mode settings. 8 levels of iron filter. Iron bias, iron filter features. So there's going to be a lot. So the mute function is going to be big. New multi-frequency, new audio boost, you name it, it's going to be there. So look out for that. Look out for the new legend update, folks. You've heard it here first. There you go. Right, moving on. I can get the legend off the list, and I'll maybe catch up with people that want to who've missed out on that sort of thing. So, folks, we've got an event coming up in August, which is next month. So the clock is ticking for the event. Now, that's on the 13th, isn't it, Melanie? Yes, the 13th, I think. Melanie says yes, it is. You can we put the link on Facebook, didn't we?
Yeah.
So there's a big event, a big event. Let's have a look.
13th,
Saturday the 13th of August, and it's going to be the NCMD Northwest Treasure Unearthed. There you go. It's a bit of a mouthful. So the NCMD are running an event that we're supporting, and it's going to be at Chester Cathedral, folks. So some of the that missed out, some of the people that missed out the last stream a month ago, we mentioned it. It's very, very close now. So you're talking just over a month, and it's going to be a celebration of metal detecting finds at Chester Cathedral. It's free of charge, so the public can come in, and there's going to be loads and loads and loads, he says, in his northern tones, of metal detecting finds on display from different clubs in the Northwest and beyond. And we have been to a couple of these, and this one is going to be spectacular in so much as there's going to be raffles, there's going to be a trade stall, there's going to be a whole host of different things going on, and of course all metal detection related. Starts at 10 o'clock and finishes at 4. And the last one, because it was pre-COVID, was just a huge success. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We met some wonderful people. It's nice to see the detecting finds, as Melanie said. So all the finds on display in the boxes, huge boxes of metal detecting finds. And of course, you just never know. Honestly, you just don't know the amount of finds that people make. Malk Sut's going, so he's going to be there. Looking forward to it. I think it's just one of these days that you can really embrace and enjoy because it's all metal detection related. But people that are not necessarily interested in metal detecting and are interested in history can come along and really sort of, find out a lot of information about what detectorists actually do. So it's putting detecting in such a good light. And the NCMD are putting a lot of effort into it, and they always do. And the people that organise it, it's just incredible. So I don't know if anybody can. It was Darren Sutton. There you go, Darren Sutton. It was me. Thanks, Darren. It didn't come up your name on Facebook because Facebook doesn't give people's names on this live stream, unfortunately. But I appreciate that comment, Darren. It's very kind of you, Darren. Very kind. Don Shepherd's on. How are you, sir? Good to see you. It is quite a trek for people. I'm just reading some of the comments because obviously I can't. There's that many comments coming up. It is Chester Cathedral. People in the Northwest are going to make it. People from the South and the North might. If you want a day out, and it's a couple of hours drive for us, I think. But it's well worth. It's well worth the trip, believe me. I think there's people travelling as far as Bristol, as far as I know, the South East, and there's Scottish people coming. I think people coming from all over the place, actually. But yeah, Northern Ireland, Dan's digs. It's a bit too far for you in Northern Ireland to hop across, but it's really good. And I'm going to see. I don't know if this will work or not, but we're going to see if we can do a live stream. Detecting with Dale's on and Medieval Digger. Good to see these people because some of the people that are coming on tonight are probably new members to Unearthed. So it's always a pleasure to see all you wonderful people. I'm friends with you all. I love you all. I think you're fantastic individuals. And, it's all about embracing the nice people out there, isn't it? So Chester Cathedral, 13th of August. If you can get there, get there. Believe me, it's going to be big. And, of course, there's a free raffle, I think, going on. Or, no, I won't say a free raffle. A raffle going on to win detection-related gear. Yeah?
I like it. It's my favourite event.
It's Melanie's favourite event. And me and Melanie over the years have done some really good events, and this is a favourite. We've got Mind Lab Detexpert Dave, who's got a new puppy. He's not been sleeping at night. He's a bit miserable at the moment. He's the old tat, so I'll give him the old thumbs up, guys, because he's not getting any sleep because he's got a little puppy that's keeping him awake all night. So Rob Quincy's going to make it. Dave Taylor, free, he's coming. It's just one of those events that you can walk away from and think, do you know what? I really enjoyed that. It's such a good day. There was people making hammered coins, history talks last time. I'm not sure if these people are going to be there, but it was such a good event for people to enjoy, of course. Each club makes up their own boxes of finds, and people can walk around looking at them, and they all go into a competition to win, don't they?
Yeah.
So the best metal detecting display club wins the prize at the end of the day, which is really good. So it's a bit of a competition going on. So there you go, folks. It's a rather nice day out detecting. Much better than a trip to the museum. Yes, I think so. I think so. There you go. I mean, the British Museum's fantastic if you can ever get there. If you get into the jungle that is London, but this is better for me. There you go. Right. I'm just reading some of these comments about Tat's dogs. Take him to bed with you. Once your dog gets into bed, you'll never get him out again. Anyway, listen, folks. Chester event, 13th of August. Get it in your diary because I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll really enjoy it. We're going to see if we can do a live stream from there. Do you think we could do a live stream on Instagram, Mel, or Facebook?
Yeah, I think we could.
Maybe not Facebook.
I might do one on the group. I could do one on the group, and you could do one on
Instagram. I could do a live. So those who follow us on Instagram, we can probably do a live stream on the Unearthed Instagram channel.
I'll do one on the group.
We're not going near Facebook because I've had enough of Facebook.
I'll do Facebook.
Melanie might do Facebook.
I might do TikTok too.
Well, TikTok would be better, wouldn't it, if we could do a TikTok? Yeah.
We'll have to learn a dance.
Yeah, Facebook seem to want paying for everything, and if you don't pay for anything and you have a different opinion to Facebook, then they sort of just mark you down anyway. So I can't stand the idiots that run it. Loon Valley are doing a religious fines case, so if anyone has any fines to lend me, let me know. Right, okay. I think you mean from Loon Valley though, because Malk, I think it's just the Loon Valley people. I think is that what you mean?
Yeah.
What time are the doors open? Jeff said 10 o'clock in the morning till 4. Ryan is coming down. Honestly, guys, you don't know how good this is. It's fantastic. Really is fantastic. Right. I don't know if anybody's on here that went to the last one a few years ago, but it was just incredible. I mean, I was just thinking, what? You don't really know what to expect when you go to these new things, but it's just a fantastic place. Yeah, when weaning myself away from it, mate, it's not my scene no more, unfortunately. I've just had enough of the restrictions that they put on you. I mean, I put just very briefly, I put a post on 10 years ago. So 2012, and last week Facebook pulled me up for a 10-year-old post saying it was inappropriate. Wow! So that's actually physically going through my and others' posts from 10 years ago or more and restricting or checking it down or whatever they're doing. They're just nutters. They're all nutters. The puppy is definitely not coming on now. No, never leave my bed. Where never leave my bed. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Tat. Don't have that dog anywhere near. Too many snowflakes on Facebook. It's just a bad place, mate. It's just a bad place. It's not good for people's mental health, I don't think. We're weaning ourselves away from it anyway. So it's going to be Instagram, which is owned, ironically, by Facebook. Wow. But a better platform. YouTube's better. YouTube's our number one platform. So if any of you are following us on YouTube, you'll see a theme going on of very short films called Shorts, where we upload lots of Roman brooches for people to see. The reason why we do it is you've got to remember, you don't make any money off it, right? So there's a lot of people out there with a rather cynical view about YouTube at times, saying, oh, they're only doing it to make money. You don't make money off it unless you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, of course, and we haven't got that. But it's a really good way of showing people that detect, especially the people that have been doing it maybe 12 months, a couple of years, 3 years, and they're not really understanding what some of the finds that they make. They can look at these shots and say, well, you know what, I found something like that, or I found a part of that, and they can start visually looking at what brooches look like, the different brooches, for example, and then there might be a coin theme, and there might be a medieval artifacts theme. And it's a really good way of engaging people that don't have to sit there for hours on end looking at content, but a very brief 15-second snap of a YouTube short. Now, by all accounts, people's attention spans are dropping. So TikTok's probably to blame for that because it's all 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and then you're on to the next. And that's been mirrored across all the other platforms. So Instagram are going mad for their reels, as they call it. So shorts on YouTube, reels on Instagram, and obviously TikTok. But it's a really good way of showcasing your finds, right? It's a really good way of showing your finds very briefly and the interesting stories behind the finds. And that's why we invest a lot of time and effort into YouTube because it's a really good way of engaging with people. As a business and as a detectorist, I've got to be visible. You know, point in sitting back in the shadows and thinking, well, you know what, I went out today and found a Saxon hammered, but wouldn't people like to know the story behind that? Well, yeah, absolutely would. Not everybody gets the chance to go out detecting. And it's a good point that Jason makes there. The only thing Facebook seems to be good for these days is to post a comment and watch it all kick off while eating popcorn. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's an argumentative, inflammatory. Oh, I'll tell you what else about it as well. There's a lot of people trying to scam you on there. A lot of people, I make a comment on a news channel, for example, and then all of a sudden I've got somebody from a far-flung land wanting me to join some sort of chat group. Very strange place. Now, Facebook don't necessarily take them down, though, do they? They'll take our posts down that go against their beliefs and the grain, but they'll keep these scammers going. Very strange. Very, very strange. So there's one there. Yeah, I found a brooch at the beginning that ended up in my old iron bucket. Now it's on display in the top shelf. There you go. Exactly. We've got... let's have a look here now. We've got... Bill, hope to come on your next dig, but the gardens are flooding in fast. How is your garden looking, mate? Will. It's looking good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know you are. My gardener friend, Will. Yes, what a legend. All the better for you being here, my friend. You did a fantastic job. When my back was... Actually, it was the very next day my back went, wasn't it, Mel? So, yes, brilliant, Bill. Stan's lad has said, had to do display finds at the village fete yesterday. Get me on another farm with DMV that's been wanting to get on for years. Come on, harvest. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Right. So, oh no, Michael, you can use YouTube. Nothing's stopping you using YouTube and setting up your own YouTube channel. Anybody can do it. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You can set up your own YouTube channel. And then after a certain amount of time, you can link in with something called the YouTube community, which I use a lot, which is really good. But believe me, the Facebook groups now are just the same people going over and over, and they're not really interested in your content and stuff. They're after freebies, or they're after just a bit of a war. So you can do it, Michael. Yes. Graham, you mentioned the legend. I think as early as maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, Darren, for the new update on the legend. I'm just looking at my notes. 8 levels of iron filter, the audio boost gain. So it'll boost the weaker targets, almost like an amplifier, I guess. Multi-3, even a mute mode, even. There's going to be a heck of a lot of updates on here, so you're going to have to digest it, folks. You're going to have to digest it. Just digest it. Yeah, absolutely. YouTube's free, you know. People think that, it's going to be, I've got to set a YouTube channel up. What's that going to do? But it's very simple. It's a very simple thing. I mean, I wasn't really bothered about YouTube, but it's the best platform on the planet for getting information out there. Right, folks. So we're going to knock that off, and I'm going to go to the next one. So, folks, this is probably the most important, actually, the most important live stream we've done, in so much as content. Right. We may as well get it out there. So some of you, quite a lot of people, as I'm seeing, I don't know if any of you can see the chat. So next to Michael's and Detective Kev's name, they've got this little round ball, like a little round green ball. Can anybody see that?
It's like a bluey turquoise, actually.
It's like no, it's green on my screen.
Oh, it's turquoise on mine.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? Oh. Well, it might be on yours, but it's green on mine.
You're telling them to look for
no, that's not. I don't know if anybody can see a different colour on Detective Kev's name and Michael's.
It's turquoise.
Melanie can see it. Yes, that's it. Yeah, David Haggerty knows it. Just follow you on Instagram. You find out. I'll get right. Okay, so that leads me on. Blue ball on Dark Knight. You can see a blue ball. So me, I can see a green ball. Michael's is. Michael can see a blue with white star. Right. So, folks, we've set up a members section on. Hi, Dave Barker. Hello, sir. Hope you're well. So we set up a member section some time ago on YouTube. Now, when the members section came up on YouTube, I thought, I don't think I can do it. I don't think there's any need for me to do it. However, there is. And the reason is, you set up a members section, YouTube give you some guidance about how it works. So when we set the member section up, there's all sorts of different member sections that you can set up. We set the bottom one, right? So people that want to be a member of the Unearthed YouTube member section, it's $1.99 a month, right? YouTube recommended $3.99 a month, and I said, well, it's too much money. Why would somebody want to spend $3.99 when they could probably get the information elsewhere? However, we decided to go down a different route with it. So the members section is now live. People are joining it, and all I can say is thanks very much, right? Thank you very much for joining the member section. There's a lot of yous already joining it. So Detective Kev says there, look, $1.99 a month, loads of perks coming. YouTube take a chunk of that $1.99, so Unearthed don't get it. We don't get it. It's just the way it is. I don't know why they take a chunk of it. It's because it's their platform and it's their right to do so. But I'm not too bothered. I'm not going to put the price up of anything. But the good thing about the members only section is is this. You can't get me any water, can you, Mel? Please. I've already drank a bottle. There's going to be a lot of perks coming, and there already is a lot of perks coming on the members section, right? So for example, you'll get discount through the member section. Now, we did trial a discount section period on the Unearthed Facebook group. Didn't really work, and we get one or two people try to scam us on the. Believe it or not, you wouldn't believe it, would you? But even as early as last week, as late as last week, I should say, we tried. What is it? Joking. Well, she gone to bed. Yeah. As late as last week, we got scammed by a scammer trying it on with discount. That's a different story altogether. That's another bridge we've got to cross. So the member section is going to be vast. It's going to be huge. It's going to give people a lot of. We're just laughing at Tinker in the background, folks. She's running up and down the stairs. I don't know why. The member section is going to be big. It's going to be massive. There's going to be the plan is to anybody that wants discount off detectors and accessories has to be a member of the Unearthed YouTube members section from now on, I think. And the reason is because we know you, and we know that we can give you the discount over the phone deals rather than somebody ringing up pretending, with a stolen credit card. There's a lot of stolen credit cards at the moment. We're trying to get hit every single day. Even last night at midnight, somebody tried to buy a metal detector with a stolen card. The member section, however, will be different. So if people want to qualify for discount, they can do it over the phone because we know them. They're on the members section. But that's just a tiny little. The discount side of the members only section is just a tiny little bit of what's coming. So there's already a discount perk on there for detector repairs from Hartlepool Detecting, where you can get money knocked off if you're a member of the Unearthed members group. We're doing specific videos just for the members only for advice and guidance around metal detecting, gaining permission, how to use a machine, etc., etc. There's going to be even live streams directly to the members only section via the YouTube members only section. There's going to be new release detectors, any new metal detectors that are going to be released, which we know. I can't say that, can I?
No,
that might be coming in the future, and accessories will be showcased on the members only section first. So people on the members only section will see the new. We'll see the new. I'm just reading some of the comments. You get different. You get different colours. So the longer you've been a member, the colours change. You get different levels, I guess. YouTube deal with that, by the way, not us. We can't pick that. They do it. So if you've got a blue badge, you're a longer term member than maybe a green badge or the vice versa. And so we're going to be showcasing any new accessories and detectors on there. So you guys will see it first. But the big one for the members only section is this. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So if you look at the top right, my top right, I don't know if you can see that, just up here, you'll see the Detectorist magazine. Now, that's a free magazine that we've been producing for some time. A lot of you wonderful people are already enjoying the Detectorist magazine, and it's got a huge subscription list because it's free. People subscribe to it and used to get an email. Then we went down the route of sending it out to everybody. and rather than sort of VIP side of things. Somebody's just joined it, apparently. I can see it come up as a new member, the Dark Knight. Let me just show you that, actually. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Look at that. So, and I, really do appreciate people doing it. But just remember, we're not getting the coin for it. We get a little bit off it, but it's YouTube taking a chunk of that. So the Detectorist magazine. So it was initially, what we on number 10, issue number 10 coming up, a bi-monthly magazine for Detectorists. It's just phenomenal. You can see on the Unearthed Facebook page, on the Unearthed website, you'll see all the past issues of the Detectorist magazine, and they're just cram-packed. There's no adverts. We're not cramming it with adverts. It's a free magazine. However, it costs us a lot of money, and it's getting to a point where it's costing us a lot of money to produce, as you can imagine. All the work that we put in. So the plan is to eventually move the Detectorist magazine over to the members only section of YouTube. So the people that are members will get the free magazine as well. How we do that, I'm not sure. I'll have to speak to the editors of the magazine, but we're going to have to change something. We're going to have to change something around pretty quick. Not pretty quick, but we can do it pretty quickly, where the members only section of YouTube and the members get access to the free Detectorist magazine, which I think helps us create the magazine and make it better, because we don't have money coming in for adverts to pay for the magazine. So it's costing us a lot of money, as you can imagine it is. So that's going to be another massive perk for you to become a member of the Unearthed YouTube channel. That's what it's about, because I'm getting a lot of people asking me, what's this membership about? The other thing is, I'm just going to put this up. Hi, Graham, love the channel and the bids. That's very kind of you, Kyle. Very kind. We'll check that back up so people can see that. So that's the plan. That is the plan, is to move the Detectorist magazine over in the future to the members only section of our Unearthed YouTube channel as another perk. Like I said, there's going to be live streams on there. There's going to be one-to-one advice and guidance. We can even do like courses on there, like courses, online courses for detectorists that might need information, advice and guidance on gaining permission, recovery speed, how to use a probe, how to dig a hole properly, what to look for in fields, how do you get permission? How do you get permission on, farms that may hold historical finds, arable, pasture, lots of content on there we can do. But one of the other reasons that we're going down the route, and some of you will be like, asking the question, what else? What's the other reasons why we're going down the membership route? Is, of course, it helps us to create the Detectorist magazine that's been free for two years now. Costs us a lot of money to produce, which is good. Are we getting the, is it value for money? Well, it's value for money because we're getting a lot of good content and people enjoy it. But I think it'll go to the next level if we can slowly move it over to the membership section, and what a perk that would be for the members. I don't know how much the monthly magazines are out there. That the Detectorist magazines that you can already buy out there. But for me, $1.99 a month, or $1.99 to be a member, and you're getting a free Detectorist magazine off the back of it, along with all the other perks, I think it's pretty good value for money. However, one of the other reasons why we're going down the route of the membership is because we're getting a lot of our content stolen, folks, on YouTube. So I got yeah, that's a good idea. Let me just move that over to Michael. Yes, Graham, you could probably use a password in the members section to access the magazine. Yes, that would be a good idea. We could do something like that. See, there's also a cost for us uploading the magazine, believe it or not, onto the website every time. So it's costing us quite a few quid. It's not cheap. Nothing's cheap nowadays. You've got to think outside the box as a business. We've got to start thinking, on our feet, sort of thing. And the other thing is as well, is we're getting a lot of our content stolen on YouTube. So last night, I was just after tea, I get a notification through that we made a video in 2020. So you're talking a couple of years ago on a particular detector. So there was a new detector released in 2020, and I did a rather long opening unboxing video from start to finish I'll be open about it, which machine it was. It was the Evo 6000. The Evo 6000 was a new machine from C-Scope, and I don't know if any of you can remember that, but it was. And we got one sent by C-Scope to test, and I quite enjoyed the initial test on the machine, and we did an unboxing and put it on YouTube. And somebody from France, a French man, stole the video and got rid of my voice and put his own voice on it. And we got notification on a copyright claim. And I thought, well, that's not good. That's not good. They're stealing our content, of course. I'm not going to put a lot of hard work in. That video took a long time to edit and quite a long time to produce. And for whatever reason, the French individual came along and stole it. So then I had to go through the process of then reporting it. And you've got to fill all your details in and why it was stolen, when it was stolen, everything else. And to my horror, and it was to my horror that I noticed that there was another 6 copyright claims on my YouTube channel, and all of them were from either accessories or detectors that are coming new onto the market. So, for example, there was one there with a pinpoint probe that had come out in 2018, and somebody from America, I think it was America, I'll have to recheck, or Mexico, somewhere like that, had stolen the content and used it on their own YouTube channel and gained a whopping 7,000, 8,000 views. I'm like, wow. So there's me, unboxing this probe, showing people how it works, right? And somebody had come along and stole it. So then I'm thinking, right, I'm going to have to report that. So I had to report that. Then there was another one of the G2 Plus, which was my old machine that I used to use, and I still use it from time to time and love it. Somebody did stole the film of that and used it on their own channel, and then there was a whole host of them. Now, why I hadn't been getting notifications of this, I can only imagine that it was going through the spam box and I was missing them. But yesterday, I got notifications directly off YouTube to say your content's been stolen. So the members only section of YouTube, if I put the unboxing on there of any new products that are coming, because there are going to be new products coming, you can guarantee it. There'll be new detectors, new whatever. I can put it on the members only section and it can't be stolen. The content can no longer be stolen. So that's another perk that we're gonna help. It's going to help us create, because I'm not going to be creating lots and lots of different content around new products coming on the market, only for the content to be stolen. Just absolutely crazy. Andrew Allen's on. You could release a magazine behind a paywall, similar to what a lot of online versions of the newspapers do, or something similar to the token system for raffle, but with passwords. Yeah, there's a whole host of different ways we could do it, Andrew. It's just what I'm trying to do is create something with the members only section on YouTube, so people actually get value for money. I know it's only $1.99 a month, but $1.99 a month might be a lot of money for some people. Which I understand, but they're already getting discount, so it's better value for money. So you're paying the $1.99. YouTube are taking a chunk of it anyway, so we're probably getting £1. But you qualify for your free discount, so it's probably worth it. But there's a lot of other things we can do, live streaming and one-to-ones. I'm already putting videos up there for members only, which is good. And of course, if you can get the magazine linked over somehow, even better. So yes, so that's that. Now, the members only section, I don't think you can join it on your mobile phone. I don't think there's a link for it on mobiles. If you go on your desktop PC or your laptop or whatever, you'll see the members only section, join. You just press join and sign up. It's dead easy. But yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed with getting content stolen. And they're all, none of them are from the UK. They're all from foreign countries that are stealing the content, of course. But it's sort of what YouTube should do is so they're stolen your content, is make sure you get the likes and the views for it, but you can't. I don't think they can do that. That one that was stolen yesterday, or I got notification of it being stolen yesterday, you got hundreds and hundreds of views on it, and obviously I can't understand I can't understand French very well. So whatever he was saying, I don't know. But yeah, a bit disappointed. But you know, that's the way the world that we live in, I suppose. It's not good at all. Let's have a look. Yeah, you could actually zip a file. I don't want to make it too complicated, Mike. That's the problem. I want it to be easy for people. Actually, if you zip the file, you can add a password to unzip it. That way, you won't need any extra programming. Yeah, but there's ways we could do it. Definitely. Glenn Jeffrey, I think you're on. I think I said hi to you earlier. Yeah, no, the members only section's there. It's just a join button. Let me think about it. I think Jason joined earlier and he probably did it off his desktop or his laptop. I don't think you can do it off your phone. And Melanie's coming down now. So somebody's asking Melanie a question from Facebook. I do apologize. I can't see your name. It just comes up as Facebook user. Evening, Grey Melanie. Will becoming a member help get invites to your organized digs? So I don't know who that is. Malk Sutt said, why did it have to be the French? Absolutely. And he was called Bernard. And Bernard's probably watching, actually, so we might get him on. But you know, you can't go around stealing people's content, putting it on you. Imagine if I did it with a channel that was getting millions of views. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to nick that. I'm going to put it on my own YouTube, and I'm going to put my voiceover on it and get millions of views on it. You just wouldn't do it, would you? Just wouldn't do it.
Lee's actually a customer. So
Lee.
It's Lee Harrison.
Lee Harrison. Yes, of course you can, sir. Give us a ring tomorrow, Lee Harrison. Give us a bell tomorrow. You're more than welcome on the Unearthed Organised Dig, so you're a customer.
Just send me a friend's request.
Or send Melanie a friend's request and she can talk you through it. Yeah? So Lee Harrison, not a problem, sir. Not a problem. Dark Knight Detectorist, he said he joined from the phone.
Yeah, you can. I was just going to show you.
Right, so you can join by the phone. Most people was telling me they can't join it. Anyway, I don't know why that is. You've got to look for the join button. You have to cross. If you have a cross in the top right corner of the live chat, press that, and you will see the join button next to the subscribe button. Easy peasy. There you go. I'll keep that up for a minute. David Haggett has just joined as a new member. I really do appreciate this, by the way, folks. It's very kind of you to do, and it gives us a focus on moving forward.
So if you show them there, it has a join. Can you see the join, the blue?
Oh, yeah. So if you can see Melanie's... Whoa. Can you see Melanie's there? It says subscribed and join. There, yeah. Yeah, just there. Boom. There you go, Mel. Anita's just joined it as a new member. And David Haggett, very nice of you to do that. But it's going to be worth doing because you're going to get so many perks off it. And it gives us a real impetus moving away from Facebook, who are always after your money. There's an event coming up, of course, as you know, I've been talking about it early in Chester. Melanie put it up on Facebook. Facebook tried charging us for it. Wouldn't put it out there to all the people in the group, but they wanted us to pay for it to put out there. Let's sling you up, Facebook. If you can give us a thumbs up on YouTube, that would be very kind of you, folks. Just a thumbs up would be brilliant. Brilliant.
You joined me.
I haven't. Why have I? Mel has joined. How have you joined, Mel? Don't know. Anita's joined, but I don't think Mel has.
Got loads of green stuff.
I don't know what that is. Jason's just said, has Mel joined? Don't think Mel has. You're going to go through a procedure. Disabled Digger, with these people stealing your content being a pain in the backside, just goes to show how good your content is. You protect yourself. Yeah, no, it's do you know when you get, we get hit by scammers all the time. There's always somebody trying to rip you off with a stolen credit card, stolen debit card, whatever it might be. And the banks don't protect you, by the way, folks. It's a disgrace. It's a real disgrace. I need to get my ass into politics and give this. No, I do. I need to give this country a right shake up because it's the most corrupt Western country on the planet. Absolutely is. Now, it can't be right that people are getting ripped off. Small businesses are getting ripped off by stolen credit cards, and the banks are not taking, or the people with the stolen credit cards are not taking responsibility. It's bloody wrong. And believe me, if I start, there will be no stopping me. I'll go right to the ends of the earth to win it. Detecting Dale. Once there is 200 members, me and Tat will be doing exclusive 2023 sexy calendar for members. That is one way of getting your membership down. Looking at them two little buggers. But yeah, so there's a lot of scammers, folks, and you know, that's just another example of it. You know, you're getting your content stolen from YouTube. You know, it must be heartbreaking for some of these really big YouTube channels that are really putting good content out there, and lots of people are watching it, of course, and they're relying on the YouTube. They're relying on the YouTube as a creator for their business. Okay, so they're making money off YouTube because they've got 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, and that, you know. If the creators, let them do it. That's brilliant. Fantastic work. But here's the thing. If they're getting the content stolen and other people are making money off the back of their hard work, you're going to kick off, aren't you? It's not right. So I've put 3 complaints in last night, and I've got another three complaints to do tonight after this live stream directly to YouTube to take the content off. And of course, the people that are stealing your content will be given a copyright strike. So if they continue to do it, they'll get the channels taken down. David Haggerty says, "I'll pay £10 a month for you and Tat, not to Dale." So there you go. Yeah, it's just all. I mean, you know, we're getting into it a bit, but yeah, it's just. I just find the whole thing. Somebody's got to stand up for the people, folks. Somebody's got to stand up for the people. If people just allow themselves to be ripped off and taken advantage of for years and years, it just becomes the norm. And I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like the way the world's moving and what direction it's moving. I don't like it. And I feel passionate about it. And I think good people are becoming ruined by corruption and scams and getting ripped off. People don't need to be ripped off. They work hard all their lives. Why do they need to be ripped off? You don't be coming home from work after a 12-hour shift only to find you've been ripped off. What's the point? You know, Boris Johnson and all these cronies, and actually, I'm not just getting onto the Conservative Party because all the 3 main parties are absolutely hopeless. They don't care about me and you. What do they care about? They care about themselves, of course. Need a direction. It is. You're right, Mel. It is. You're right. Sorry. Maltsut says, "Tat, hang on a minute, Mel. You rant as much as I do. Tat will be in a bikini." And David Haggerty says, "We're moving on because we've got loads of content, folks." It's me ranting. Graham, are the new T-shirts available yet? They're actually being made, I hope, tomorrow. Or they start being made tomorrow. Because the wonderful gentleman that makes them in Scotland is off work and he's going to make them. I do apologise for missing chat. I worry about Dale. Mind Lab Detexpert says, and I do as well. Jim Lodge says, I mentioned about a new bag. Not yet. Where we at? Jim? Not yet, Jim. No. The reason why we haven't pursued it because they were too expensive. And people don't like buying mega expensive stuff. And you know, if I got £2,000 worth of these bags made, they'd probably sit on the shelves, and we can't afford that, unfortunately. If they bring the price down, we can do it. Any pink T-shirts? Yes, Anita, we're going to try for some pink ladies fit T-shirts as well. Absolutely. Blue's a lovely colour, and it comes away from the boring blacks and greys. But if we want pink, we'll go down the pink route. Right, folks, here we go. So we've got the members section of YouTube. People now are starting to understand what it's about. And it's quite an important movement from us, moving people slowly over to the member section and the perks that you get. So if you buy something for $1.99 a month, you want value for money, and we're going to give you value for money. Like I said, there's already perks on there. You get your discount perks for orders over the phone, which is worth spending $1.99 a month for. You're getting, if you need your detectors repaired, you get £5 discount off being a member. You know, you're getting information, advice, and guidance on there. You're getting the magazine in the future. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Right. Here's one. Here's one to mention. So I don't know what the lamb means. I've got 2 of everything. I don't need more stuff. Don't know what you mean there, sir. I'm not sure. And you see you've got 2 of everything. I don't need more stuff. Right, so let me just take that down. So we've got, I'm missing quite a few chats, that's all. It just seems to be a bit slow. So moving on, folks, let me just get rid of that. That one, yeah. I'll get rid of that. So earlier in the no, sorry, actually, we're moving on, aren't we? Earlier last month in June, we were away. I was away doing some filming in Suffolk, and I'll mention this. Melanie mentioned it earlier. It's a good thing a good topic to bring up. So I was invited on a exclusive metal detecting project. Yes, Rob. I've got one left, sir. So if you ring up tomorrow, you'll get a bit of discount. There you go. I've got one left for you if you want it, Mr. Quince, and you're a member, so you'll get discount. So I got invited to an exclusive metal detecting project in Suffolk last month, and I got a little bit of background about it, but I didn't really know what I was going down to, if that makes sense. All I knew it was going to be a 3-day project. So of course, yeah, metal detecting gear, mate, no problem. If you, I don't think you need it. Yeah, if you've got 2 of everything, that's good. So the Cumbria to Suffolk, as you can imagine, is a hell of a journey. I think it was about 700-mile round trip for me, but an enjoyable 700-mile round trip. And I went into a place called Butley Priory, which is an ancient priory dating way back to the 12th century and beyond, in a wonderful part of Suffolk. And we stayed on the farm at Butley Priory, and the project is based around metal detecting at Butley Priory. So we had a wander around and looking at the ruins and the landscape on the first afternoon when we arrived, and we got to grips with the project itself. Now I have to say that it was a truly wonderful experience, actually, to not only to enjoy the countryside and everything else that came with it, but the detecting is going to be fantastic. It's obviously a big lump of land down there, all arable land. The project is going to be a 3-day. If people want to take advantage of the in the future of the tour, it's going to be a metal detecting tour. So you spend 3 days there. You pay your fee, or you pay the cost, and you stay in a huge house with multiple bedrooms. You get almost get your own butler. The food is just amazing. You get the full use of the land. You get the gardens to enjoy. You get the breakfast is fantastic. The lunch and the evening meal is just amazing. I mean, really is 5-star food. But you could actually use it as you could just actually use the Butley Priory experience as just taking a 3-day break without the detecting, because it's that good. You can use it as a resting place. You can just use the gardens, take advantage of the wonderful food. Of an evening, you get history talks of the gatehouse, the priory itself. We were captivated for an hour and a half to 2 hours on a wonderful history talk by a historian that came in, and I just found the whole experience wonderful. And of course, on the back of that, you have the chance to detect as well, and there's 2 detecting guides that guide you through alongside you as you're detecting for the 3 days. And I think there's going to be some terrific finds, folks. I was picking up pottery from Saxon period, medieval pottery. We had a little go at detecting ourselves. I found a medieval buckle plate and a medieval artifact that I haven't identified yet, but we didn't get long enough to really get at it because of the crops we're in at the time. But the whole experience, the whole 3-day experience without the detecting is just, as a mini break for your wife, you and your wife, for example, just amazing. With the detecting on top of it, fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I mean, it's just, I think people are going to find a lot of medieval bits and pieces there. I think they've got a chance of Saxon. You've got a chance of probably Iron Age stuff. I can just see lots and lots of nice coins and artifacts coming up over the years for the people that are taking advantage of of the tours. Now, I think they start in September right through to sort of March. And I thought I'd bring that up because that's going to be, there's going to be a short film coming out with it. I did a bit of filming down there of what to expect for people. And of course, not only that is the history side of it and the talks that you get of an evening. You know, the Sutton Hoo's only 20 minutes away. No, it's not even that, 10 minutes away, Sutton Hoo. You're literally right next door to Sutton Hoo. So you get all that history side of things of an evening, but the history talks are just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that'll be more information coming to that soon. And if you go on their website, the Buckley Priory Metal Detecting Tours, it's already on their website. You can see what it's all about, which is all interesting stuff. I'm sure some people friends of mine are already taking advantage of it and booking, which is good. So that's that talked about, which is really good. Now, here's another one, folks, while we're here. People are saying about events and things. Now, so earlier in the year, we were going to do an event based around detecting in Cumbria. And we were going to do a sponsored event on some land, but unfortunately the land that we earmarked for the event wasn't just enough for us to do. There was only a small amount of land, and I think people on these events don't want to really come for just, you know, a token hunt to win a prize, or, you know, whatever it might be, a bit of a buffet and a bit of a chat and a bit of this and that and the other. They want to actually do a bit of detecting as well. So the land wasn't suitable size-wise for us to do it. So we're going to move the event side of things, because of the event next month in August at Chester is going to take a lot of our time and effort up. So we're going to move any detecting related events up to next year. To sort of maybe we're going to see if we can maybe try it in this springtime. So keep a lookout for that. So it's just a bridge too far. We've got that much going on. And of course, you know, you can only do so much. And I think if you rush at it, you make a mess of it. So that's going to be coming up at some point. And also we're getting a lot of people asking, a lot of people asking, how do we get on your organised digs? Now, a lot of people that watch this will attend the Unearthed organised digs because you're customers. And we only ever do the organised digs for people that buy the detectors or the accessories from Unearthed. Detectors, you're right. Yes, because yes, Melanie, well done for saying it. And it's just our way of saying thanks to you for buying a detector off Unearthed, and you can come along to the organised digs, and it works a treat. But we do get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I want to come on here. I want to come in. I've been watching YouTube video." The best thing I can say is, if you bought a detector elsewhere, just watch the videos and enjoy them, because you will, because it's almost like you're part of the dig anyway when you watch and enjoy. But if there's any people out there that have bought a detector from us, and are still using that detector and as their main detector, come along. Just give Melanie a ring and we can get you on board. More than welcome. More than welcome to come along. So that's that put to bed. I told you there was a lot of interesting info, folks. Now, going back to YouTube, a lot of people are coming on board with it. It's not for everybody, by the way. So YouTube channels, a lot of detecting YouTube channels out there, some good, some bad, some a little bit indifferent. But what we're trying to create with YouTube is something a little bit different to give people information, advice, and guidance. Not necessarily looking at my face, but more looking at finds. So as you can see on my YouTube videos, you'll only ever see my hand with a coin in it or an artifact. Or if people are on our organised digs, you'll see my hand, me talking to them. Not often we focus on people's faces, because for me, it's all about detecting finds, I think. But we're also trying to create the shorts. And I think Dale on his channel's also doing a similar theme, and Tap does a similar theme on his. Some of the Team Unearthed members do the same. So we're just showcasing some finds, and I think people are the penny's starting to drop what a good idea it is to do it. Now, I've got one coming up for people to watch, and I'll just give you a little brief bit of information. So as you can see, I don't know if people can, I've been showcasing this little beauty recently. I found this a while back. So for those that are knowledgeable in the detecting world, I guess that's the right word, isn't it? We'll know that's a Bronze Age spear dating probably 3,500 year old. Now, that was a bit of a mess when I found it, and it took some work to get that back to its somewhere near its former glory. and there was a lot of debris mixed in with that. As you can imagine, it's been rolling around on, probably been rolling around on arable land for at least 1,500 years, and probably sat in pasture for 1,500 years, I would say, or more. So you're talking 3,500 year old. It was lost a long time ago, and it took some cleaning. No, it's not. It's not not a spike off an iron fence. Although, actually, these things have actually been mistaken for iron spikes, latches, you name it. That's latch. No, it's a bit different to that, Mel. So you know when you've got the real deal. And I've only ever really found these parts. So if I can hide that, you can see why people find the tips of these Bronze Age spears, and they're quite common. You know, tips are quite common in parts. You'll find these bits. Still a great find. If you find a tip of a Bronze Age spear, mate, you're on it. Anyway, so he says, moving it over this way. It's very difficult because it's what I'm moving to my right moves to my left on the screen. So what's interesting about this particular find is, he says, is when I was cleaning it, and it does from time to time take more and more cleaning, I uncovered the remains of the shaft of the spear inside the hole. And I thought, God, that's going to take some getting out. So I've been messing about with it over the last few weeks, and I've managed to now dislodge the wood. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, you probably can't. You probably can see that there. You can you see that? Can anybody see that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you see it, folks? Can anybody say yes or no? Because I won't stand here for too much. There. You can see down the end of it. You can see down there. You can see something in the bottom of there, can't you? Not properly, no. So that's the remains of the Bronze Age shaft. Pardon? Like looking in the bottom of a bin, Melanie said. So you can see in there remains of the Bronze Age wooden shaft that actually still remains in the bottom of the spear. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to dislodge it on a film so everybody can see it and get it out. Now, the reason why I'm going to get it out is because, A, we want to see it, because it'd be something interesting to see, I think, but also preserve it. We'll wrap it as soon as it comes out. We'll wrap it, and I'm going to send a sample of it off to see if I can get it dated. Not only am I interested in its date, see if we can get an accurate date on it, I'm more interested in what wood it is, because, you know, wouldn't it be interesting to see what sort of wood that they use for these spears? Now, there'll be all sorts of different, I guess there'll be all sorts of different wooden shafts that the Bronze Age people used. And you remember the Bronze Age people were no fools. You know, we couldn't create these items like they did. They spent countless hours perfecting spears, axes, Bronze Age aids or adze, as they call them. They're the specialist axes, and obviously the chisels. Not mass produced like we do. They were made by hand, and they took a lot of time and effort into doing them. But I think in there, wouldn't it be good to see what sort of wood it is? So I'm going to send it over. I'm going to have to chase up somebody and find somebody that I can send it to get a sample of the wood. And if it takes a month or 2 or 3 or whatever it takes, so what? But wouldn't it be interesting to find out what sort of wood it now is? Would it be hazel? Would it be? I mean, it's not going to be anything sort of weak. I shouldn't imagine it'd be weak wood like willow or anything like that. But we don't know. David Haggerty, would the spearhead not be put in a museum, or does the treasure process? No, it's a single artifact, mate. So, and to be fair, they're looked after, in my view, nowadays, these artifacts are looked after a heck of a lot better by people that want to care for them, rather than stuck in a, No, we've got a local museum, but I don't rate it. There you go. putting it out there. I don't rate our local museum. Don't rate the people that are linked to it. One or two of the people that are linked to it. That's a different story. Anti-detectorists go there. So, but I think if these things are going to be donated to a museum anyway, they're going to have to be on display with the name of the people that found them, rather than just stuck in a dark box in a room somewhere, never to be seen again, which is wrong. So we're going to see if we can get the wood in there, dated, carbon dated, if that's the right word, to find out what age it is and what wood was used. I just think it'd be amazing to find out what it was. There you go, folks. So if any of you is finding Bronze Age spears, just be careful. Like I said, there was a lot of. Do you know what? When I first cleaned it, at the bottom, I don't know how the wood just stayed jammed in, but we got a lot of little seeds and things coming out of it, which was really strange. Little tiny little seeds and things nest in there, which was rather interesting. Yeah, local university might do it. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, actually, Cumbria University of Cumbria, they might have somebody that does it. I believe it was David Reed thinks it was ash or pine wood, but it would be nice to know. There you go. It could be ash. Yeah. I mean, I know ash doesn't hold its moisture like other like it seasons quicker, so it could be. It could be that. Could be. Local university, get it carbon dated. That'd be good. Dendrochronology. Could be wrong. Could be something like that. It'd be nice to just send a sample off, leave it with them, and wait patiently, even maybe just semi-forget about it until they do the business, and then it comes back and you think, whoa, yeah, really like that. So yeah, that's going to be one of the YouTube videos that we're going to do. It's all about creating something that you're not necessarily already seeing, like, hi, I've just found a pewter button, bang, bang, bang. They're going like Billy Owen messing about in front of the camera. I don't mind them doing that, but I don't obviously watch it. I want people to enjoy our YouTube channel for detecting related content. And if some of you remember a week or two ago when I did the brooch, so the brooch, the Iron Age brooch that I found, I brought it back to life. So I put the colouring in and I put the pin on, and we preserved the brooch and brought it back to its former glory. I've got lots of messages about how much he enjoyed that brooch being brought back to life. And I thought, you know what, it's a really good way of engaging with people and getting people to watch a YouTube channel for enjoyment purposes, rather than thinking, I've just seen this same content on that channel and the one earlier in the week. It's all about creating stuff that people enjoy, I guess. So awkward, it could be awkward. Yeah, absolutely, it could be awk. We don't know until we get it looked at. But yeah, it's a strong hardwood. It could be you. Do you know what? It could be you. It could be oak, ash. It won't be willow, but it could be anything. It could be balsa wood. No, do you know what? I don't think the Bronze Age people were that daft. It could be balsa wood. So there you go. That's the sort of thing that's going to be coming up on the Unearth YouTube channel. There's going to be lots of interesting content coming up. We're going to have to just try to go to the next level. And growing on YouTube is very difficult. So, even getting people to subscribe to the channel is difficult because they don't really know what it is, And we get people subscribing to the YouTube channel, but they don't press the bell, which gives you notifications when a YouTube video comes up. So they might not get notification until a week later. So you're putting the content out there for people to enjoy, and they don't press the bell for notifications, and then it's sort of lost in its 2 or 3 more videos have come. But what I would like to know from you people is what other content you would like to see on the Unearth YouTube channel. And you'll also see, whether you like it or not, me detecting in the fields from this month onwards. So you'll see some really interesting, hopefully fingers crossed, see some really interesting films of me detecting personally again, because I've not done anywhere near enough as I should have these last 18 months. Love to see the way you've done that restoration. Yeah, no, do you know, I really got a lot of enjoyment out of doing that brooch, Hugh. It's a lovely brooch. It's a big, heavy lump of an artifact. And I think, I've brought it back to life, but it can be easily took back to its found state. if that makes sense. You know, I've not made any life-changing alterations to that brooch, but it can always be taken back to its found glory. But if any of you want to give me any ideas of the content you would like to see on the Unearth YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. And you know what? Actually, I do have to thank people for commenting on the YouTube channel, because the more comments that people make and the more thumbs up that you do, the more YouTube see that as content and open it up for visibility, because it's a very, very strange place. The channels that give the most information, interesting content seem to be Team Unearth creators. There you go, folks. There you go. Dave's not biased in any way, but I think you're right. Evening to you, Tony. Just woke up after a nap after a good day's detecting in Hereford. There you go. Good to hear that you were out today, sir. So I was talking, Melanie gets really bored of me talking about detecting related stuff, and you can blame her. You know, a young lass like that with everything going for her, and she has to listen to me waffling on about detecting. However, when we were driving to the farms today on our Sunday, never a day off at Unearth, folks, never a day off. We drove to 3 farms today to visit them. And on the way to visit these farms for the next Unearthed organised digs, I was just saying I'm concentrating my detecting on 4 themes this time. So if you've been detecting as long as me, like an old fossil that I am, you become a little bit different to the normal mainstream detectorist. You start homing in on specific finds to make. So my themed finds are moving forward. I'm going to hopefully continue, fingers crossed. I'm going to be concentrating on finding 4 different items. I'm going to concentrate on getting me Celtic coin numbers up, because I'm just barely at double figures. And for the length of time I've been detecting, that's pretty crap. Seals, medieval seals, because they're a favourite of mine. Keys, they're a long-term favourite of mine, medieval keys, as people know. And Roman brooches, I just love Roman brooches. So there's going to be 4 things I'm going to be concentrating on this year. Roman brooches, medieval keys, Celtic coins, and seals. There you go. So I'm going to see between now and next April how many of them items that I actually find. Might not find any, but there you go. How do I display my coins and finds? I have many, Ryan. You wouldn't believe. Melanie will go mad now. I have different finds boxes, cases, trays, chests. I've got lots of. I need bigger. I don't know what I need. I need a museum. You sound like you've got an echo in the background, Melanie. Every time I say it, you say it. So yeah, many different ways, Ryan. I've got many different ways of doing it. Which doesn't go down very well. Swings and roundabouts. You probably listen to Mel waffling about Love Island. Do you know what? I'll tell you what Mel waffles. She don't watch Love Island, which is good, Dave. But I'll tell you what she does watch a lot of. Rubbish on TikTok. Her and her mates love watching rubbish on TikTok, and then they'll share it with each other. Did you see that? Oh, did you see that? And then they start on that. They start on that side of stuff. Yeah. There you go. Look, I've been with Team Unearth for a year now, and some of the other members have overtaken me now. Their content is great, even if it's only a 10-minute video. Yeah, no, it is. That's the beauty of YouTube as well. You know, some of the YouTube videos I've had to cram in, and then they've still been 25 minutes long. People don't really want to watch a video for 25 minutes, especially with me waffling on. But if you can just condense them YouTube videos down to that 8 to 10 minute period, perfect, because people's attention spans wane off. Oh, they've seen the initial find, although fast forward to the find. It's all about watching right from the start to finish to help us as creators, of course, but don't go on too long. So there you go. So the plan is that, so it's the members only section on YouTube. That's going to be a big thing. We've got the magazine link to it soon. The events coming up. The legend update for people. There's the Chester event. There's the Butley Priory detecting tours. That is going to be a big thing. But if there's anybody that wants, if anybody out there thinks, you know what, Unearthed are missing something here, let me know, because we can change the content of our YouTube channel overnight and think, you know, I'd like to know more about this. I'd like to know more about that. I'd like to understand how to gain more permission, how to keep the permission, because keeping permission is just as hard at times than gaining it. How we can grow my permissions. You know, how do I target medieval finds? How do I target Roman finds? It's that sort of thing. You know, if there's anything you can think of, let me know. Anita says it would be nice to have an open day somewhere so we can see all your amazing finds. It is. That's a good idea, Anita. We may do something like that in the future. Who knows? Melanie grins at me, so she's up for that as well. Dave Digger, David Haggerty, just subscribe, DK. There you go. Look at that. And I tell you what we're getting as well. We're getting a lot of Scottish detectorists, aren't we, Mel? Getting a lot of Scottish detectorists linking in, which is good. And the Welsh. We're getting a lot of Welsh and Scottish. The new member Lee Harrison as well on the Unearthed YouTube channel, which is fantastic. They'll take, you know, Lee, you'll take advantage of all the great benefits that are coming from that channel. So it's a really good thing to be involved in, believe me. Even though YouTube take a chunk of the cash, which is a shame. But there you go. That's just the way it works. So Chris Critch is leaving us. Good to see you, Chris. I love your content and your little rants on Facebook make me laugh. Chris Critch, what a legend. My favorite person. And one of Melanie's favorite people is Chris Critch. There you go. Putting it out there, Chris. Not to embarrass you too much, sir. So yeah, if there's anything that you can think of, folks, YouTube content-wise, just give us a shout. Now, the other thing is, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we've been talking a lot about platforms, and it's just the way the world's going. You know, we've got to embrace it, even at my age, because if you don't embrace it, you lose out. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, Facebook to a big lesser degree. Yeah. I know I've seen it. I've just said, Mel, just been mentioning it. I've got it on. I put it on the screen for you. Melanie was probably yawning and missed out, right? Okay, Mel. She is funny these days. What a woman. She's had a long day, travelling up and down the length and the breadth of this county in Cumbria, which is one of the biggest counties in the country. Which, anyway, I'm not even going to go there. So, there's the opposite side of this, right? Opposite side of it. A lot of the old school don't like YouTube, because they'll watch one or two videos on YouTube and it'll put them off the rest of YouTube channels. They'll watch one or two good videos and think, oh, everybody else is like it, and it's not the case, because there's a lot of daft stuff out there. But also they just don't embrace YouTube. They don't like it. So we post our YouTube videos on Facebook for people to see and become more visible. But to a lot of people, they see that as, all I'm seeing is YouTube videos coming. And my advice to that is just ignore them. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's simple as that. You can't expect everybody to be the same and enjoy the same content. But they've also got to remember it's here to stay. I believe in it as a creator. I'm classed as a creator now, for good or bad. And I really enjoy. It's one of the most enjoyable parts of my job is to create YouTube videos for you great people to watch. And I don't want my channel to be dragged down by daft content out there. So people can't really view the Unearthed YouTube channel as some of the other stuff out there. And that's how it's going to be moving forward. We put a lot of time and effort into it. Melanie's very patient. And Melanie also sometimes films me. So I might be behind in front of the camera, but it might be Melanie that's filming. So she gets involved in it as well, whether she likes it or not. And I can see her rolling her eyes sometimes, but she actually encourages me to do it as well, because she knows I enjoy it. And that means she's good. But here's the thing. Is there any, there could be people out there watching this channel that would like to have a go at making YouTube channels for themselves. And I understand that. But just remember, if you are keen on setting your own detecting YouTube channel up, and I think everybody should be able to do it. Absolutely. They shouldn't be boxed off to elitism and, only I can do it and you can't do it because you don't find anything. If people like the idea of setting their detecting YouTube channel up, they should do it. Absolutely. I mean, look at Dale, for example. Dale made his own YouTube channel, Digger Dan did, the Dark Knight Detective, you know, all these people that set up their own YouTube channels have done it for a reason. They enjoy watching the finds being made and sharing it with people. And one of the other reasons why I do it as well as an individual is because in the future, when I'm old and decrepit, I can, and maybe no longer go detecting because of age. I can look back at these videos and say, oh God, I remember finding that hammered. I remember that day when I found that, whatever it was, you know, and look back with maybe a tear in my eye, but it's a good way of storing that content for future views. You know, in 20, 30 years time, I can look back and see, oh, I remember finding that 300-year-old ring or 2,000-year-old coin or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of reasons why people do it. But if you are thinking of doing it, setting up your own YouTube channel, you know, I can always give you advice and guidance as much as I can on what pitfalls to avoid and what to, you know, to move in the right direction with, and don't fall into some of the traps that are out there. And Blue Dickus Detect says it perfectly to me, making memories. And it is about making memories. And a lot of people forget that. There is, and I think a lot of people that are still watching this, was up to about 40 odd members again. We've dropped from 50 odd down to 40. But a lot of people that are watching this now will agree with me that there is an element of competition out there. So there's a lot of creators thinking that their channel's the best, which I can understand. And I can understand that, you know, they're protective and precious of their own channel. But there's one or two people out there also that are not, you know, they're not. I'm going to be careful when I say in it for themselves. They only see their YouTube channels as being, you know, what they're interested in, and I absolutely understand that. And it's not for everybody watching each other's videos and supporting everybody else. And there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of non-support out there just as much as there is support. But I think the people that don't support people's YouTube channels don't understand the work, the hard work and determination behind the camera that people put in to actually create a video in the first. It takes us hours and hours and hours of editing and mixing and matching. I could do a YouTube channel on all the mistakes I've made, swearing in front of the camera, dropping the camera, you know, pulling silly faces, forgetting me words, all this sort of thing. And it's a lot of hard work. And you don't, you know, I don't want anybody to think we're making thousands and thousands and hundreds of pounds off YouTube. We're not doing it. We're doing it because we enjoy to do it, almost like a hobby for us to do. So, you know, if anybody thinks, you know, I'd like to have a go at doing my own YouTube channel, nobody's going to stand in your way. People are going to support you as long as you're doing proper creative stuff. If it's daft stuff and you fall into the trap of creating daft stuff, people won't watch it. Now, another thing I found with social media, and I think Jackie, who have got Blue Dickus Detects, and by the way, Blue Dickus Detects has got her own YouTube channel and her own TikTok account. I don't know what a TikTok account's called. Do you, Mel? Blue Dickus Detects. Is it? No, is it called Blue Dickus Detects? Yes. Yeah. So you can find Blue Dickus Detects on YouTube and TikTok if you want to, you know, if you want to follow her or subscribe to her. But I think she'll agree with me as well, and I think maybe the Dark Knight Detectorist and others that are on these platforms, that there's a lot of foreign bad content on TikTok. Where so for example, I've seen one guy using a particular metal detector, swinging it like mad over a big rock pile, and then coming out with a pickaxe and smashing through the rocks. So there's debris flying all over the place to uncover what I can only describe as a cache of cheap junk jewelry that they've buried themselves. They've buried it, put all the earth back over it in the rocks, made it look like they're smashing through, and then taking a half-broken pot apart to get all these fake necklaces, chains, bracelets, rings out. And you know what? People are watching, and people are thinking, "Wow!" You know, people that don't understand detecting, you know, they're following them, and they're getting 30 or 40,000 people watching them do it, and it's bad for detecting because it's just a load of bollocks. but it's deceiving the public as well. So I had one guy who found some foreign guy. I don't know where he's from, so I'm not going to point fingers at a particular country. But he had a big pot, and he smashed the pot open with a hammer, broke the pot in two. And then now the pot did look like it had some age to it. The pot did look like it had some age to it. One of the neighbours had just walked past and stared in the window very nosily, so that's why I moved my head. So I'm probably thinking, what the hell am I doing talking in front of the screen? But they broke this pot open, and there was a lot of these copper coins spilling out. Now, to me, on only my opinion, folks, it did look real. It did look real. So I can only presume that it was a hoard of foreign old coins. I don't know. I couldn't even tell if they were Roman or not. They were just bronze coins. Now, if that's the case, that's plain wrong, because what he's done there to the public in the public eye is smashed, a hoard of coins open in a pot, and then just sort of thought, well, the detectorists in the UK do everything by the book. They record, they find, they save history from destruction and the plough and agricultural techniques. And then you've got this guy on TikTok smashing stuff open with a hammer to get the contents out of it. I mean, I'm just like, whoa, this is so wrong. Why I was just sat there thinking, no. And it continued, that theme continued. And I couldn't help myself to comment, but they probably don't understand English. So then I'm blocking them because I don't want to see it anymore. But that's who people should be calling out, these type of detectorists rather than us. Do you agree? Do people agree? So Jess Stone says, I just think there are only a few good YouTubers, and I can count them on my hand. But you know what? I mean, there's a lot, to me, being a YouTube creator, Jess, there's a lot of good quality YouTube creators out there in all walks of life, whether it's detecting, fishing, I don't know, wildlife photography. I watch one on YouTube called The Fish Locker, and he's a very passionate fisherman. He's from the northeast originally, and he moved to Cornwall, and he captures some amazing wildlife, underwater photography, and catches some nice fish, because I'm a fisherman as well. And he's very marine conscious, and he's got 200,000 followers and subscribers. And I think the content that this guy makes is brilliant. It really is. It's just fantastic. But equally, Jess, and I agree, there's a lot of poor ones out there. And I've seen people on YouTube burying a coin and then going over with a detector to find it, and it coming up absolutely pristine, like it's never been in the ground. And most of the time, that these coins haven't been dug up, been dug up. So yeah, I'm hoping that sounds interesting. If any of you can think of any content that you just want to see on YouTube, give us a shout. So just a brief overview, because I've only got 10 minutes left, and then I'm off. See you later, Dan. Good to see you, mate. So the Chester event on the 13th of August, Butley Priory Detecting Tours starts in September. Give that a look over on their website. We've talked in length about the members only section of YouTube and the discounts and benefits that gives members. And of course, we're getting our content stolen, which is a shame. And the legend updates tomorrow, I think it's going to be tomorrow or Tuesday, which is good. Event wise will be next year, spring, because we're just too busy. And there you go, folks. Pretty good. Anybody want to talk about anything before we go? I've got last 10 minutes. There you go. Last 10 minutes. Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living. Unearthed, are you on every Sunday? No, we don't do enough live streams. Probably every 6 weeks. We do one of these live streams about every 6 weeks. But for what it costs us to keep the live stream going, about 30 quid a month, 27 quid a month, or whatever it is, we need to do more of them to make it viable, I guess. Ludicrous Detects, thank you for the sub. So Jackie has got her own YouTube channel, and Jackie's going to start attending the Unearthed Digs as well, which is good. Dale's been very quiet tonight, hasn't he? I don't know why. You know, we've often give Dale some nice plugs on this live stream, but tonight he's not on. He's been putting his kids to bed, and we've got the what have we got? We've got Dale pushing for his 1,000 subscriber count. We did a bit of a campaign last month to help him, which seems to have worked. So he's putting a lot of good content out there at the moment. So you know, there's a lot of really interesting stuff out there. And to be fair, wouldn't it be nice to have some sort of collaboration with all the YouTubers supporting each other? And I don't think we do it enough. I think, you know, there's a lot of people that are passionate about their detecting, such as Jackie. She's very passionate about detecting here in Cumbria as well, which is even better. But, you know, I think we could do more. Personally, I think we could do more. So, you know, there's a lot of really good stuff going on. But anybody got any questions before we go? Like, we've got 8 minutes left. There you go. 8 minutes. And we'll try to do one in a month's time. Does that sound good? Don't know. Yeah. Still got 38 people watching, which is a fair number, but I don't think there's too many watching on. Yeah, five watching on Facebook and 30 watching on YouTube. Give us a like as well on YouTube if you get a chance. Just press the like button; it'd be fantastic. We usually get about 500 views, 500 to 600 views on these live streams. So obviously people watch it afterwards, and we've had 50 to 60 people linking in with the live stream. Now the other thing is as well, I meant to mention, we've got Rob Quince coming in, saying history is everything to him, which is good. The other thing is I was giving some giveaways last time, and I think there was a 5 people that won. Yeah. So 5 people won on the last live stream. We celebrated 6,000 subscribers, which I think 6,000. It's not a big channel, is it? The Unearthed channel, not a big channel at 6,000. It's a relatively small one, but it's getting there. It's moving in the right direction. So every milestone, we're going to give things away. And this is another thing I forgot while people were on. So when we reach 7,000, we'll give some goodies away free. And then we get to 8,000, 9,000, and then 10,000, which is the goal, which is the milestone. We're going to give away a detector. How we get them subs, I don't know. Sub growth is really slow. So when we get to 10,000, that might take some time. That could be a couple of years, by the way. But I predict that we'll get to 7,000 subscribers around about September, October of this year. So if there's any way you can think of us getting more subscribers, it's free. You know, maybe your friends and family want to subscribe. We're going to give away, again, about 5 different gifts free of charge on the milestones. And then, like I said, leading up to... See, I don't like just giving one gift away, because once one person's won, people think, oh, I've got no chance of winning now. So I like to give more than one gift away. So I can give a detector away as a main prize. That's good at 10,000, but they'll also give away maybe two or three other gifts, prizes to win after that. So everybody feels like they're getting a chance to win something rather than just one person win. So if any of you's got any ideas how we can grow the subs on it, let me know. You know, I'm not embarrassed about saying subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why not? That's what it's there for. It's not a difficult job. I subscribe to many YouTube channels. Any questions, anybody? Ryan's come in. I'm off carp fishing for 4 days next weekend on the other side of the county. So I'm going to miss the next dig. We're looking at every 2 weeks. Not necessarily, Ryan, no. We are going to be doing a dig this weekend coming. And then after that, we don't know. We don't know, mate. The problem I've got at the moment is growth. The crops are still in parts, and it's whether or not we visit some of the old farms to redo them, or we target some of the new farms. Some of the new farms are going to be a bit more difficult because there's cattle still out in the fields, and people don't like detecting amongst cattle for obvious reasons. And also we need some new farms in the bag. I think we've predicted about 8 digs left this year up until Christmas, but we could have more. So I don't know. And good luck with the carp fishing. I didn't know you were into carp fishing. I think carp fishing and fishing in general is a very a very good pastime, and I do a lot of it. Well, I used to do a lot of it, but detecting's always been my first love, and then fishing, I catch up with the fishing when the detecting goes down. Good luck with that, mate. Rob Quince, I always join but never win. Well, it's worth, listen, you've got to be in it to win it. Grandma Kelly, clean life, clean living. I better get watching and sharing you out. I put you on the calendar. That's very kind of you, Grandma Kelly's clean life, clean living. Is that Grandma Kelly's clean life, clean living? Is that an actual channel? Which I think it is. I'm going to have a look at that once. America. Oh, whereabouts in America are you, Kelly? I guess you're called Kelly. I guess that'd be interesting to know which part of the of America you're in. Tough time of the year, totally understand, mate. Yeah, no, it is, and you've done fishing all your life. Just try a bit of sea fishing, Ryan. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it, and I think you're the sort of person I would imagine you sticking at it and do well. But I'm not trying to get you away from catfishing, of course. Yes, it is. Which part of America? I'm interested. I'd love to see the Americans on here actually, because we get Australians. No Australians tonight actually, but we usually get quite a lot of Americans linking in with the YouTube channel here on the live streams. But I think you might be the only one tonight, I guess. But we'll have a look. Certainly have a look. Absolutely have a look. So yeah, there you go. Anybody any other questions? Washington State. There you go, Mel. Washington State. Linwood, Washington, to be exact. Fantastic. I hope the weather's nice there. I'm not sure what the weather's like over there at this time of the year. I think it'll be probably as hot or even hotter than here. But great to see you linking in. Very kind of you as well to link in with the Unearth YouTube channel. Do anybody got any questions? We've got 5 minutes. Dave Taylor, I'll be ringing Mel in the morning. That's interesting. So you do magnet fishing, right? So we've had a go at magnet fishing. We've not done that well at it, but we'll keep plugging away, I guess, over the years. But good, I'm glad you do magnet fishing. That's brilliant, and I hope you enjoy it. We've got Dave Taylor. I've got to go, but I'll be ringing Mel to see if I listen. Dave, you're a customer of ours. You're more than welcome to come on the Unearth Digs. Happy 4th of July tomorrow, says Mike Kelly. So there you go. And Ryan says, my birthday tomorrow, Dave, with a laughing face. And Grandma Kelly says, it's raining a bit now, but a few days ago it was perfect. Well, a little bit of rain doesn't do any harm. And also, I'm also doing kayaking and we'll start detecting in school. Oh, that's interesting. So you do a lot of good stuff. Are you actually on TikTok as well, Kelly? I'm not sure if you are or not. Not sure. I'm sure I've seen your name on TikTok. There's a lady that I follow that detects on TikTok that does a bit of kayaking and detecting at the same time, but I could be wrong. Dark Night Detectorist, gotta go, Graham, dishing out tea. Bye all. Drop me a sub if you're not already subbed. I do my best for the Team Unearth, and you do. You're a great guy, mate. Great guy. And the thing is with the Team Unearth lot, they don't ask for anything. They don't ask for, they don't ask me. They're just great, just good people. I have an account, but don't post much there. Right, okay. Night Dark and feeling the love tonight, guys, aren't we? We're all pretty much bang on. I did we have somebody jumping on before that was a bit negative? I don't know. I thought I got a negative comment going on. Could be me. Maybe not. No, we never did. Okay, that's fine. Right, folks, listen, we'll drop it off. I appreciate you watching. You're all great people, and we'll see you all. Oh, hang on. Ryan's got a happy birthday coming through. There you go. Good to see you all. All good people. Great stuff. Maybe a live stream, end of the month, end of July. We'll try our best to get more in, folks. It's my fault. It's just time. Time is of everything, isn't it? I'll ring tomorrow for my coil. I'm off. Good night, all. No, that's no problem, mate. Just listen. Trigger that discount, mate. You remember, do it. Okay. Bye for now, folks. See you again. Enjoy the evening.